Game 6, baby. Do or die. Well, for Vegas. The Stars have a chance to eliminate Vegas and move on to the next round. We are obviously going to have to wait and see what happens. And you best believe I will be awake for every minute of it. Game starts at 9:30, but for now, my buddy Weldon joins. So let's start the show, shall we? Hey, there's the man of the hour.
How are you?
I am hyped, and I don't know why I'm so hyped up. How are you?
Because there's a game tonight.
Yeah, but that's not like me. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
going.
I know. You're Mr. Doom and Gloom,
Hey,
It's,
I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan my whole life, so
I know, that's the problem.
exactly.
You need
Wait,
to find
what?
a new team.
Oh, I'm eh, I'm not about abandoning my team. I'm sorry.
You should become a Kansas City Chiefs team.
Why should I become a Kansas City? Ew,
I don't know.
no. He said, I don't know.
I don't know. They've won 2 Super Bowls. I don't know. They've got Xavier Worthy now.
Oh, right after I got his freaking jersey for Christmas, I was so mad.
Hey, at least they'll pick UT players. Unlike the Cowboys, that they pick 2 of them and they get broken in the first game. Kind of like Zuccarello when we picked him. Got broken in the first game.
Hey. Easy. No.
And we got Pavs, so I'll take Pavs hands down any day over little 5'4" Zuccarello.
Is he really 5'4"?
No, I think he's 5'9", 5'10". He's not very big.
Oh, he sounds kind of shrimpy.
He might be a little taller than Stankoven.
I mean, he's taller than me. My back's like a question mark, though. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
Yike.
So.
Well, how are you feeling? Big
I'm
game,
good.
right?
Just been sitting here piddling on the computer all day, doing absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Listening to music.
That sounds like a good time. You and me could hang out or something. Dang.
Well, you're always busy,
Shoot. There was one time I didn't even have any wheels, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Yeah. Like the one time you wanted to drop something off for me, my wheel was so broken I couldn't even move.
Oh.
So
like, I've just been hanging out today, so no work. So
sitting there bored then, huh?
Yeah, just scanning through YouTube, finding different music and everything. I've been locked into these 2 guys that sing for TSO and going and finding their solo stuff. And damn, they got some good music.
Do the Stars use them? I think I've heard them before.
No, well, the Stars will use some TSO stuff around Christmas.
Okay.
So, but these 2 guys are one of the guys. He used to sing for a band I liked. It was one of the first bands I ever saw back in the 80s, and he was the lead singer for them. And then discovered that was him all these years later when seeing TSO. So,
Wow.
but yeah, very cool. So just been, digging up their old music and seeing if it's on Spotify and, putting music on there for the road trip coming up. So
Man, I am so jealous of you. I wish I
it's
could
gonna
travel
it's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. A lot of driving, you know,
all the way to Canada.
all the way to Canada. About probably with the route we're taking, probably about 2,100 miles one way.
Okay, I'm not jealous anymore. Ow.
Basically, we leave the 18th, we arrive there the 27th. So, about 9 days of driving and making stops in different national parks and photo ops and stuff like that.
Oh, great. That means you're going to be relying on me for the star stuff if we're still playing.
Oh, I'll be listening to it on the radio. I'm
Okay, good.
taking my tablet with me. Hopefully, we can get the games and um, we'll leave, barring anything wrong, the next two games. We'll leave at the probably midway point of the next round,
Nice.
midway to the end. So we should get at least, since we're still the highest seed team, we still have home ice, so we'll get the first two games. And yeah, it'll probably be around game 6 or 7 if it goes that far.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. See, I worry more about Colorado than I do Vegas.
I still don't get why.
We've proven we can beat Vegas now. We've only got to
Okay,
do it.
yeah.
We've only got to do it one more time. So as long as they play their game, stay out of the penalty box, I think we'll be okay.
Man, they got to play so clean that they don't even give the refs a chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was so much crap that the refs were missing the other night.
Both
Holy,
ways.
holy crap that they were missing stuff. I and what was bad, the first penalty that Pavs got. I don't know which ref it was. Most of the time, they will never look up when they show the replay. He actually looked up and shook his head. So he
Yikes.
knew he got it wrong.
Just
Because,
let it go.
well, it's not like he could rescind the call. I think once they call it, they call it. Pavs was already in the box.
Should be
But
able
that,
to challenge that.
but that goes back to what I said on the last show. I think this is where Toronto should be able to step in and go, no, he was pushed into the goalie. That's a no call.
Yeah, I agree. I
And even when they
wholeheartedly
showed the
agree.
replay of Tyler, when the illegal check to the head, he never touched him.
No, he didn't.
He never touched him. In the replay on TV, they showed it, and it's like if Tyler missed him by 2 inches, that was about it. But Carrier sold that. He sold it like an actor. I mean, he should get an Academy Award for that one.
Honestly, when you asked me if he even really hit him, it looked like his jersey hit him. So that's why I said slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only thing I saw was his jersey coming to the dude.
Yeah. And Carrier had his head down. If he wasn't looking at the puck, Tyler would have never even gotten close to his head.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's your fault.
Yep. And then the Petrangelo deal, that was, I knew that one wasn't an elbow because when I saw it and they said elbow, and I was like, that was a spinning back fist. That wasn't an elbow. That should at least not, that's not a major, and I'm like, that's 2-minute roughing at best. And so
Talking about the hit where Tyler.
Yeah, took a smack to the mouth or to the nose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one I was confused about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and even Owen and Bruce on the after game show, the post game, he thought that it could be a major for roughing, and he's, I guess he got a hold of some friend of his that's a referee, and
Mm.
there is no major for roughing. It either has to be a major for like the elbow, or uh, it's just 2 minutes for roughing. And I'm like, but if you get a high stick, you get 4 minutes. You're supposed to be responsible with your stick. You're not supposed to be responsible with your fist. You know,
Right, because couldn't that have been that? That should have been taken as a punch.
yeah, that's what I would have thought. You know,
I mean, the dude straight up looked like he was in WWE or
yeah,
UFC.
yeah, that was a straight up UFC move. But
It really was.
at least it cost them the game. So you know,
I saw
and
some
from
pic.
what they said, Bruce Cassidy uh, pretty much talked crap about Petrangelo on in their post game.
Oh, did he?
So I haven't been able to find it, but so
Reminds me of the old Wild coach.
yeah,
Not gonna say his name. Don't want to name anybody, but if you know, you know.
oh yeah,
He likes to talk crap. Or he did.
yeah,
But yeah, that's I didn't know what to think about that back, whatever you call it, backspin punch. I don't know.
yeah,
But
spinning, yeah,
yeah, like I automatically thought, well, that looked like he was trying to fight.
yeah,
That's that's all I got out of it. If you're gonna call a major though, I
yeah.
think it should stick.
Well, I think they thought it was an elbow, and that's why they called the major. But when they went back and reviewed it, it was just his hand. But still, I mean, you shouldn't be able to get a punch in basically, and you only get 2 minutes for it.
Right.
So
I don't know what you would call it, but it needs to be something bigger.
yeah, I'm surprised that that they don't have some kind of rule that that's like a game misconduct, or something like that. But who
I
knows?
mean, the what is it called? Embellishment. That's a penalty. So
Yeah,
why couldn't it go the other way? Like
yeah,
anything, cheap shot, whatever. What was
yeah.
the other penalty? Somebody picked the puck out of the air and it got, I think, last game or game before.
Oh,
Somebody,
the
huh?
guy that played it with his hand,
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
closing his hand on the puck.
Yeah, that's a penalty. So why isn't it freaking punch?
Yeah,
Like I know that's a weak argument on my part, but if you can call that, if you can call an accidental trip a major or something, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you get the point.
yeah.
Why isn't that a penalty? Like it should be.
I guess they just take it as roughing. So, and but
I
like
don't.
I said, at least it cost them the game. So,
Yeah, and fans were mad about that all over Vegas
oh yeah, the
group that
Vegas
I saw.
fans were all upset about it.
They were even calling out Jamie Benn again. Let's not forget what Jamie Benn did last year. Did you see that post?
Yeah, he got suspended for it. That
Yeah,
that,
he did.
that was his punishment. He got suspended. You
And
know,
doggone well, ain't nothing gonna happen in this game.
Petrangelo didn't get suspended last year when he tried to, he basically axe chopped Draisaitl across the wrist. He didn't get.
Oh
I don't think
yeah.
he got suspended for that.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw that just recently too on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't. I'm pretty sure he didn't get suspended for that. Which I'm surprised that um, Evander Kane didn't go after Petrangelo for that, because Petrangelo is not much of a fighter. Kane would have pretty much destroyed him. So,
Why did I just laugh out loud at that?
so
That would have been ugly, and I would have had some popcorn for that one.
yeah, that one wouldn't have been a very long fight.
Didn't Petrangelo, wasn't he the one that took a run at Ben Bishop when he played with the Blues, or am I wrong there?
No, that was Pat Maroon.
Maroon. Okay.
Maroon the Goon.
See, I couldn't remember that, so thank you.
Yeah, and Goon Boys up in Boston right now. They're about to become, if they don't figure out their game, about to become the only team in history to ever blow a 3-1 lead 2 years in a row. So,
man, I want to see Boston stick it out. I want to see them against Dallas so bad.
No, I still think that, if we can get through Vegas and we can get through Colorado, the toughest team coming out of the East is going to be the Panthers.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Whoever faces them in the next round, they're going to get swept. Especially if it's Boston. Boston's playing like crap right now.
Okay, fair.
But
swept?
Yeah. Have you watched Florida play lately?
I mean, is that a trick question? Because,
I mean, they just took out the 2-time champs pretty damn easily.
Yeah, true.
So
the salary cap skirt in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fun argument. I love bringing that up.
Well, I think somebody went and started pulling cap friendly things from different teams. And actually, I think they said Toronto was even higher than Vegas.
No kidding.
I think so.
Wow.
Let me pull up there. Let me pull them up right quick. See what their over the limits are.
We're not over the limit, I don't think, are we?
No, I think we still got like 257,000 to play with. Not my bunch,
257,000. Hey, they could buy a Lamborghini or something off of that.
Yeah, they could pay off my truck.
Yeah, they could, huh? Buy a small house.
Yeah.
Golly. Indeed.
Let's see. Toronto is at their final cap hit of right now of $97 million.
Holy moly.
They are using 14.1 of LTIR.
Holy moly.
So their LTIR list is, long and distinguished.
No kidding.
Because you figure they've got Klingers on there. Let's see. Jake Muzzin's on there. Matt Murray's on there. John Klingberg. So you got Muzzin's at $5.6 million. Matt Murray at $4.6 million. And Klinger at $4.1.
Yeesh. I forgot that Klinger was even in Toronto, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll ever play again.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's got a real bad hip injury.
Well,
he's going back in for his. Well, he's already had it, I'm sure. His second hip surgery, because he had hip surgery before he came to the main roster in Dallas.
Yeah. So
let's see. Florida is at 83,572,000. They're only using 103,000 of LTIR. They have a final cap space of $31,000.
Oh my gosh.
So
okay, so they're playing clean.
So they're playing pretty clean.
Yeah.
Carolina is at 82.9. They've used 0 of cap space or LTIR space. Final cap space of $500,000.
They're definitely spotless. Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Let's see who else. Colorado. Let's see where they're at. Colorado's over the limit again. 90.9. So 90,957,000. They're using 7.4 million in LTIR because that's for their captain that's out.
Wow.
Landeskog and Pavel Franska, whatever the hell his name is. They're the goalie. Not good with these foreign names.
I'm sorry, but I love it.
And let's see what Dallas is at. We're at 83,457,000. We've used 215,000 of LTIR. We have a final cap space of 257,000.
Sheesh.
So, everybody else seems to be playing close to the cap. Oilers are at 83 million, 83 and a half. See what Vancouver's at. I love cap friendly. They're at 86 million, so they're a little over 3 million in cap space used. I don't know who they've got on LTIR.
That's wild. I didn't know anybody was hurt over there.
Let's see. Tucker Pullman, 2.5 million. So
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. Not a good look for the guy that owns the hockey podcast. I should know all those guys, right?
Not really. I mean, if they're nobodies,
I heard you say his name. I'm like, who?
Yeah. Oh, I'm the same way. I don't know who he is. And let's see. Final cap hit for Nashville. They're way under the cap. They're at 77 million. They still have 6.2 million in cap space.
Oh,
so
go Nashville.
they could have gone shopping a little more than what they did.
That's a squad that firmly believed in their talent then. Because they didn't do very much at all, if I remember right.
Doesn't look like it.
That's cool. I like that for them.
Or they just brought in guys that were, not very expensive.
Oh yeah, true. Wait a minute. So you telling me Nashville might be a little bit cheap? I mean, frugal?
Could be.
That's crazy. I like that for them, though. That means they're just a hardworking bunch of guys. Maybe.
Wow. I didn't realize this.
What you got?
So, buyout money on Matt Duchene.
Uh-oh.
He's getting paid from them through 28-29.
Nashville?
Nashville is paying him through 28-29. Unless they just go, can we pay you all at once? Because I think this year was supposed to be like around 7 million, and then 25-26 was supposed to be 6.5, and then 27-28 to 28-29 is 1.5 million. So he definitely had a front loaded contract. So
yeah. I hope he stays here then. I mean, that could be your new Yeri Lettinen. I'm not comparing their play style, but if I remember right, Lettinen took a couple for the team too.
Yep. Well, I mean, if he's still making, about $5 million for not playing for another team, and he would take a team friendly deal. So
That's gonna be interesting. See, you said that. Now I'm even more curious about the off season. Like, I want to see. I was asked about that too, in one of my private messages. Somebody goes, "Hey, what do you think about Duchesne? You think we keep him? Do you like him?" Like, yeah, I like him. I think he's
yeah,
one of the most valuable people on the team.
yeah, I would like to see him. I'd like to see Tanev stick around. Um,
Tanev's been good.
I wouldn't mind cutting Nils loose. Let somebody come in that's they can actually play some minutes. What what do
You,
you think? Over under 5 minutes tonight that he gets to play?
uh, you want my honest opinion?
Sure.
I'll say 2.5, like you said in one of those posts.
Yep. I mean,
I saw.
DeBoer's been playing five guys all this entire round. You
Yeah,
know, and it's
if it ain't
worked.
broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
What does that say about you though? When you're supposed to be one of those six and you're riding the pine. Yike.
Well, it's happened to other guys that were here. Honestly, last year to this year, I would have still brought Kiviranta back
Yeah.
because I liked him that much. Janmark, I was sick of looking at him. He's a good player, but I was just sick of seeing his freaking breakaways and then him never be able to score anything.
Yeah.
Kivy
That,
didn't
that,
get Kivy didn't get too many breakaways. So
no, but you know what he brought to the table.
yeah, he was just a hard player, and that's kind of what I like about Stankoven is he's just so aggressive on the puck. He doesn't give up. And he uses his size to his advantage to get in there and dig those pucks out from a guy that's 6'4", and he's 5'8". So
Those bigger guys are looking down at him like, "Who are you?"
yeah. Oh, and by the way, Zuccarelli is 5'8".
Matt Zuccarello is 5'8".
5'8", 180 pounds.
Holy cow! He's 5 inches taller than me.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I can't say anything. I'm not some big, huge lumbering guy. I'm only 5'10", so you know. I
Still
felt
taller
I
than me.
felt small standing next to Jamie Alexiak.
You kind of look small too
Yep.
from those pictures that I saw. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Especially when they put their arm around you and it's like, okay, you know. No,
Dude's
no need to show off your height.
his arms look like tree limbs on you, dude.
Yeah. So
Maybe a slight exaggeration, but to me they did.
well,
So how are we feeling about tonight, man? Like I can tell
I,
you,
I think they're going to do all right.
you
I
think,
think it's going to be another close game.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
But can they muster up the energy, the courage, the fortitude, whatever word else you can think of to finish off Vegas, or are they going to crumble under the pressure?
I think they'll beat them tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's that little bit of that hatred still from last year
Mm-hmm.
that they sent us home in 6 in our home barn. Why not?
Oh.
Why not return the favor? You know,
Oh, revenge.
the year
Oh.
2 years before when we sent them home, it was in the bubble and there wasn't anybody. So, you know,
Oof.
so
I kind of hope they come out and they're out for blood. Like I want to see them just absolutely bury Vegas really early. That would just do my heart good because of the very same reason you just said. Last year, I
Yeah.
mean, heck, people are still talking about the Jamie Benn thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on, let it go.
Yep. He still doesn't owe anybody an apology.
No, he doesn't. I mean, I did I like what he did? No, I've said that ad nauseum. But frustration, and that's his job to do what he does. So,
Yep. Honestly, I loved what he did, but
I mean, well, it just kind of looked upon like a tantrum, though, for some people.
yeah. Stone kind of asked for it because he sticked Jamie, and then Jamie sticked him back. Jamie just got a little too high on his stick, and you know, so
It's always the retaliation that gets people too.
oh yeah, yep.
They
So
don't care about the action; they care about the reaction. That's weird.
and so far this year, Jamie's kept his cool, and even with the hit that they did on Stankoven, he paid him back. He paid back McNabb, but he paid him back clean
Yeah,
because that was an awesome hit.
yeah.
I mean, he went right through the guy's shoulder. And then if you look at the end of that video that I sent you, he's doing a death glare down the bench towards the Vegas one of, hey, don't screw with our little rookie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
but
mean, so he's Big Brother Jamie, really.
oh yeah, yeah,
He does good with them too.
yeah.
Wyatt, Stankoven. Golly.
Well, I mean, look back several years ago when Spezza centered two young guys. I've even forgotten now who it was, and
Oh yeah.
he had two young guys on the wings, and I mean they were great,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of rejuvenated him. So
So it sounds like maybe that's what he needed, really,
yeah.
for lack of a better way of putting it.
Well, I mean he did well with when Wyatt was there with him,
Yeah.
and now that Wyatt's kind of bouncing back and forth between the top line, you know it it's done well, done very good for him.
Yeah.
So
How about Wyatt too, man? He's been on the stat sheet. What was it? The last two games? A
well,
couple times.
I think he's leading us in scoring right now.
Yeah, he is. And the dude's doing it in the clutch too.
Yeah.
Like, how does he? I realize he knows because of experience and whatnot, but he's 20 years old, as everybody says.
Yeah.
Like,
He
yeah.
can't even go spend $1 in the casino.
Oh man, I saw that and I died laughing.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I was like, yeah, poor kid, poor rich kid,
Yeah.
can't even go to the casino.
Yeah. He's about to get a lot richer, so you know
Yeah. Uh,
he's gonna get a nice contract.
how long do you think he ends up with the Stars? Do you think he's going to be a full career guy? I hope so.
Yeah, he'll probably be a career guy. They'll lock him up like what they did with Rope. And Miro. He'll be an 8-year deal. You know,
God, I hope
you,
so.
you figure you say you lock him in next year at 8 years, and he's only 21 years old. Even when he comes out, he's still going to be in the prime of his career, younger than 30.
Yeah,
You know, so
younger than 30.
and who knows what he's going to get. Or they might do okay, we'll give you a 2-year bridge deal. You know, to wait for Jamie to come off the books and see what Jamie's going to do, um, to be able to use some of that money because you've still got Harley that's going to have to get paid,
Yeah,
Wyatt, Stankoven. I think they can still use him for another year or so, year or two.
mm-hmm.
and then Bork will probably come in next year. They can run him for 2 or 3 years before he has to get a decent sized contract. And, you know, that's one thing Neil and Janko are so good at is just manipulating these contracts where it's like one big player comes off, another one goes on, you know.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
agree.
they set these contracts you know, with some thought into it, not just, oh, here's $12 million because you're a good player. We're going to lock you up for 8 years, but we're going to screw ourselves in the end because, you you know.
I think I know where you're going with that. Don't
Well, I
quote
mean,
me.
it was, Ryan Suter. I mean, Minnesota gave him what, 12 years or something like that when he came from the Predators,
Okay, that wasn't where I thought you were gonna go. But
you know,
yeah,
but, you know, I think now the longest they can give is 8 years. So, you know,
I think they'd be stupid to let him go at all. Period.
oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
So, I mean, I would say, you know, lock as many of them up for 8 years as you can get, as long as they're promising players. I wouldn't put Sam Steele on an 8-year contract or anything like that. But I could see them this next year, bringing Steele back. Um, I don't know if they'll bring Smith back. Which he's played well this year. He's played well for a fourth line guy. You know,
yeah, yes,
he's very much fit what he was brought in to replace with Glendening.
yeah.
You know,
Who
and both
is playing
both
golf
of
right
those
now?
guys were bargain players. You
Uh-huh.
know, so
Man, I like the way this team is going
yeah,
myself. Like, I'm sitting there looking at the stats and whatnot, just like you, and I'm going, well, come July, who goes?
yeah,
Because I I can't find anybody that I would cut. And I said this the trade deadline too. I can't find anybody I would trade. Like that's a fun looking team, and God knows where they're gonna go in the playoffs. Hopefully pretty deep.
yeah,
But then again, when and if they do, again, why wouldn't you re-sign all of them?
yeah,
That's cool to see a Dallas team, let alone the Stars, that actually has a roster where you can go, yeah, I want to see them again.
yeah,
I just who would you let go of? Steele, Smith. Smith would be it for me as well, like you said. But then you got Bork and the wings, right?
yeah.
And then
And
you've got
it's who's going to be let go throughout the league too.
yeah, true.
Because there's going to be some good talent that Vegas is not going to be able to re-sign again.
Yeah,
You know, there's going to be some good talent that Colorado can't sign again.
I don't know if they.
Edmonton the same way. I mean, there's going to be some top tier talent out there, and I'm sure it's going to be a bidding war. And
Yeah,
teams like Buffalo and who are they saying on the radio today? I think it's Anaheim that just have ungodly amounts of money to spend. I think they said Buffalo had like what, $25 million to be able to spend this next year.
you said Nashville had pretty good money left too.
Yeah, and Nashville's still got some money left, and that depends on who they jettison from the group. So
I mean, Nashville's going to be pretty good again too. I
yeah,
guarantee it.
yeah, like right now, Buffalo's got 8.5 million of free cap space. That and all that depends on who they let go in the offseason.
Yeah,
They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that are either UFAs at the end of the season or RFAs.
Wow, that's a pretty good amount of players, really.
That's just on the offense. They've got a couple of defensive players too.
Oh, jeez. Oh no.
They've got to re-sign both their goalies.
Oh, oh.
So, So I mean, there's going to be some teams that are going to go out and go shopping this year, and you know, and try to rebuild, and so
Yeah, it reminds me of the Vegas fans that I've seen on social media. Okay, Game 6, we're about to get eliminated. Let's rebuild starting now.
yeah,
Have you seen those guys?
oh yeah,
Like, that is why. I love reading social media because it helps give something to talk about on the show. By the way, for those listening, um, it's just fun to watch all the fans, because as a Dallas fan, you kind of know what toxic is anyway, because
yeah,
Cowboys fans are, and Stars fans can be. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like you're in Game 6. You have a chance to fight back, force a Game 7, and you already want to rebuild. You just won the Stanley Cup. What?
yeah.
That
Well, it's
team's
because I
gonna be
mean, it's every club thinks, and every fan base is going to say, "Well, my team should be perfect." You know, I was arguing. Well, me and another guy was arguing with a person that he commented on Jake, and he was like, "Well, his first game wasn't all that great, and and he's let in some soft goals and blah blah blah." And we're like, since his first game, he hasn't let in more than 2 goals after the second period.
true.
In the third period, it was the first game. Everything else has been 2 goals or less. You
Yep.
know, and it's like, yes, every goalie is going to let in a soft goal here and there. And I commented, I said, okay, I said, look at Hellebuck. He had a save percentage of like 92 or something like that throughout the regular season. His goals against was under 3. I said, there's your Vesna winner right there. I said, in the playoffs, his, goals against was over 5. It's like, that just tells you how much more difficult the playoffs are, versus the regular season. And I said,
Right.
and Jake has been above 92 since game 2.
Mm.
I think the last game he was at like 94.6 or something like that. And I'm like, why would you want to put Wedgwood in? Because that's what he was saying. He's like, well, maybe Wedgwood needs a shot. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is also I like Scott, love him to death. He's a nice guy, but he got lit up by Chicago in his last game. I was like, that's not what I want going against Vegas. You know, now if Otter was to get hurt or something, yes, Scott is a great backup. And I know he could do the job, but it's not who I'm going to start against Vegas.
Right.
You know, I'm going to start my number one. That got over 35 wins this year, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So incredible. Yeah, he had some bad games, but you know, every goalie does.
You could factor in a lot of things and quote unquote give him lots of excuses, which, I mean, I'm not gonna get into all that, but there's the history of the season that could have been in his head.
Mm-hmm.
We lost every game against him, so he's like, oh crap, here we go.
Yeah.
I would have been the same way. And just their offensive attack could have been another thing that he may have been jittery about, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, You got to remember who you are, kid. You're good. You know you're good, or you
Yeah.
seem like you know you're good. So act like you're good. And
Yeah.
when he found himself, boom.
Well, I mean, and the biggest thing I like about Jake is, and they've said this on post game shows several times, he has no memory. If a bad one gets by him, it doesn't seem like it bothers him.
Good.
You know, just even like Kari Lettinen, he would
Mm-hmm.
get one or two by him, and it got in his head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Turco wasn't that way. You know, Turco had, I don't think, had a memory either. You know, but it was like Kari was, one or two, maybe three would get by him, and it was like he couldn't stop a beach ball after that.
Yeah, he'd
You
be done.
and but Jake, it doesn't seem like he has that problem. You know, and his numbers were down a little bit this year from last year. He missed it by two. He had 37 wins last year. He had 35 this year. Um,
That's only two. It's not like it's 20.
yeah, but it was 11 losses and 11 overtime losses. Where this year he had 35 wins, 14 losses, 4 overtime losses. His
Oh,
goals his goals against were a little up from 237 to 2.72, you know. So,
that just goes to show you that. I mean, I don't want to say it, but he needs better goalie support.
yeah.
Like, he can't do it all.
No, he and some of the goals that he had against him were his own people, you
Yeah,
know. I mean, Essa probably kicked in 3 or 4 last year on him, probably the same this year.
there were
I
times
mean,
where they were called out on social media. Yeah.
yeah, And I mean I know it's going to happen. I know that, I mean, best goalie in the world with Wah and Hasek and all, they all had bad games, you know.
Can't blame everything on him though when there's all those feet around him. Come on
Yeah.
now.
But I mean, yeah, they let in a soft one. I mean, like the one Thomas let in the other night, that, who was it? Marchman shot it from the damn blue line and it went in. You know, it happens to the best of them. Because I mean,
I
honestly, Thompson has played out of his mind this year.
yeah.
He's played really, really good. You know,
Caught
so
me off guard seeing him start too. I thought it
yeah.
was gonna be ugh.
Well, I figured it was going to be Hill, but
Yeah. I
and
thought
that's
it
what they were. Somebody said that they're starting Hill tonight over Thompson. So it's like, is he hurt, or are they just think maybe Hill can dial it in and everything?
it sounds to me like it's a mind game with the stars. If we
Well,
put Hill back in, we'll shake him.
yeah,
I don't know, obviously, because I'm not in the locker rooms, but
yeah.
that just seems like a mind game tactic. Like, okay, here you go.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that Vancouver and Nashville are at 0-0 with 13:10 to go.
Oh yeah, they're playing right now.
Yeah. Someone on the diehards. This Dallas/Vancouver game is like watching paint dry.
What?
It must be a defensive game.
Dude, that's like watching. I don't even know. What am I trying to say? A well planned strategy. I'm trying to think of a word here, and I'm blanking out. What's the word? Like watching somebody play chess over checkers. There you
Yeah.
go. Like they're going tit for tat. Like that's all it is.
Sounds like it.
Defensive battle.
Or it's a goalie duel.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Let's see
Speaking of goalie duel,
who's in net tonight. Silvas. I know he
believe.
played. I know he played the other night, and I'm sure it's Saros. Yeah, Saros playing for them. So
Saros, I like him.
he's just little. He's like a little Turco. You know, he's not the biggest goalie in the world, but
He's good when he needs to be.
yeah,
How many has he stole from Dallas?
he stole a couple.
Yeah, left me cussing, and I don't even cuss. Bad
So
example.
they've made 20 saves for Vancouver and 23 for Nashville. So it's not a high shooting game.
So that means everybody's just they're playing defensively, is what it sounds
Yeah,
like. Because you could have a crap ton of block shots too.
yeah. Nashville's got 20 block shots. Vancouver's got 11. So
Okay, so Nashville's not afraid to lay down for it. That's cool.
yeah.
But see, okay, going back to the Stars, going back to the goalie duel thing, because Vegas and Dallas, they could very well have one at
Oh yeah.
any point. I still feel like Jake is going to be thrown under the bus by our fans
Yeah. Oh, I could see that.
because and look, I'm guilty of it too because overtime and whatever else, just like, oh crap, that sucks how it ended. It's really how I intended it to be, but like the goalie can only do what he can do.
Yeah.
And if Jake has one of those games where, like the other night, he stood on his head. Somebody posted a picture of him upside down, by the way, and says, "This is Jake all night." Did you see that?
No.
No, it was just a picture of him upside down. Somebody goes, "How the did you do that? It's upside down." And somebody goes, "Why is he upside down?" And everybody missed the point that he stands on his head for us.
Jeez.
And it's just like he does that. But you gotta have all the players in front of him that are willing to help him out too.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which,
It's like um I've got a friend on Diehards and I don't know if he's a Nils supporter or not, but he was like, "Oh, that one goal was on Miro, and oh, that other one Essa didn't seal up his man, and then and Jake let in a soft one, but Nils takes penalties. Oh yeah, I remember that. You said that." And I was like, "No, I didn't say he takes penalties. He makes bad plays,
mm,
and he gets beat on the puck. He gets outworked, and if he's bringing it up the ice and he's got no one in front of him, or no one being physical on him, he's great. I mean, he skates as good as Miro does.
yeah,
But if he's having to battle, his size does him in, you know, and
yeah,
you know, it's different when you're a forward, you know, than being a shorter defenseman. You know, I'd like to see the Stars get a little bigger on the back end.
yes,
I know they've got Bichelle coming in eventually, and he's a big boy. Um, we don't need everybody to be 6'7", because I still want some guys to be able to actually skate. But you know, the, the 6'3", 6'4", the Stephen Johns style. Stephen Johns would have been perfect if he would have lasted.
yeah,
You know, he was
yeah.
a
You
good
have the same
size. He
way,
was physical. You know, he wasn't too big, but wasn't too small.
right?
So
He was perfect, and a lot of people. I mean, he wasn't. I don't want to say a household name because I mean, well, for me, the people I know, they didn't know who he was.
yeah,
But they would go off of somebody like Hatcher because that's when they started watching hockey.
yeah,
They're like, do we have any Hatcher types on the Stars? Like, no. Hatcher was a breed of his own, but you got
yeah,
Steven Johns, you've got at the time Jamie Alexiak too.
yeah.
It's like this team's all right. It's just they got to figure out to me, they got to figure out where they fit on the team, and that's when they do that, they're going to be really good. I kind of feel like that about this squad too, sort of, but I'm nervous about them being outworked by Vegas.
I don't know because I mean they've worked well on the boards.
Yeah,
They haven't gotten outworked. I mean, other than those first two games, they haven't gotten haven't gotten outworked.
true.
So
But I mean, Vegas isn't afraid to throw the body either.
no,
So that I mean, that's what that will scare me until the end of this series. The way Vegas throws the body, because if Dallas survives, how beat up are they going to be? How beat up are they right now?
I don't think they're that beat up right now. I mean, other than than Yanni, which he hasn't been here from the beginning.
Right.
I'm not sure what his um because they've never even said lower body, upper body, what is it? So,
They don't like to say that at all.
well, I mean, there's no chance that he's coming back this series. So,
No. What about Foxa and Marchment?
I think they're just waiting to make sure that they're perfectly healthy before they bring them back in.
Mm, gosh, I hope that's all it is. I think we need them.
I mean, Smith and Delandry have played just fine.
True.
I wouldn't mess too much with them.
I guess Delandry has proven why he should be on the team the more he plays in the playoffs, too.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, what is it? He's had 3 overtime winners, I think it was.
Delandria?
Yeah.
Go Ty. I love that kid.
So, I mean, I think he needs to be in the lineup more. He's only going to get better the more he plays. And plus, he's a big physical body.
Yeah.
You know, and he doesn't.
mean,
I mean, he doesn't seem to make a whole lot of mistakes. You know, he likes to hit. He doesn't mind fighting. So,
I love watching him fight. So fun.
little tutelage from Jamie, and I think he'll be fine.
Who would you take between he and Smith?
I would honestly take Ty over Smith.
Same. How about Steele and Delandria?
I like Steele just by the way he hunts the puck.
So that would be a good line together.
Oh
with
yeah.
them.
I mean,
Who would it be,
he's
Fox?
a solid third or fourth line guy.
Yeah.
Most teams I would say Delandry would probably be a second or a third line guy.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah.
All right. I like hearing that.
So, I mean,
Well,
Dallas is just so deep, at forwards.
yeah.
It's it's kind of hard to to fit everybody in. So,
God, they're deep everywhere. Goalie too.
oh yeah.
Like they're still waiting on what to do with Matt Murray, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, Murray,
Isn't he up?
Poirier. You've got another Thompson down there that I think Thompson is playing for Idaho. So,
Yeah, I got him confused with Logan Thompson in the beginning of this season.
yeah.
For that, I apologize. Still, I can't live with myself. But like, yeah, that this team is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I think
And just think a few years ago everybody was griping about Neil that he doesn't draft good and everything. All these picks suck and you don't hear those people anymore. Went and snaked Wyatt Johnson out of the second round. Stankoven, Bork, You know,
Bunch of
because you
steals.
basically look at Wyatt, and Wyatt was they didn't really even have a scouting report on this kid because he didn't get to play because of COVID. You know,
Oh, right. Yeah.
so you know,
He kind of, for the football fans, he kind of went in like Micah Parsons. If you're a Cowboys fan, nobody knew. They had probably had a little bit on him, wouldn't they? Or
yeah,
no?
they had a little bit on him, but not a lot.
So okay, Micah Parsons is a fair comparison, although not quite perfect fit. They drafted him out of Penn State, and nobody really knew.
Yep,
They had an idea, if that makes sense, but
yeah,
he was in the news a lot for big plays, and that's exactly what Wyatt's done.
yeah,
He's made his presence known too, and like I told my friend that does the show with me as well, K Fitz, told him about Wyatt, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to look him up," and it's just like, yeah, you should, and you should be watching him every day
yeah.
because I don't know what it is about him. I've only seen a couple of videos on him, but wow. And sure enough, I just got asked the other day if I think Wyatt's going to have a letter on him pretty soon.
I think he will once a couple of guys, you know, once some of the older guys start leaving, I would say he'd have a letter on him within the next 3 to 4 years. You know,
I'd say that's fair, but I wouldn't give him the C just yet.
oh no, no. I mean,
Yeah,
he will be in contention for the C once once Jamie does leave. But then you've still got Rope, you still got Miro, you still got Robo. You know, you've got your three senior guys to Wyatt and Stank and Bork and stuff like that. So you know,
my gosh, that's going to be fun to watch.
I mean, Dallas is loaded for the next at least 8 years.
Hmm.
You know, granted, in the next 4 years, you're going to lose, or possibly Jamie and Tyler, everybody's most hated suitor. You know, who knows what Essa's going to do. I can see them giving Essa more money again, or giving him an extension on contract. You know, the mafia is definitely going to get a little smaller. Because Yanni will probably be gone if he's not out for medical reasons. You know, so
Well, yeah, it's going to be a fun team to watch for the foreseeable future.
yeah,
I don't want to see what the team looks like without Jamie, Ben, and Tyler, though.
yeah. I mean,
Not just yet.
I mean, I hope that they offer Jamie. Well, I'm sure that they're going to offer him because they offered both their other captains extensions and everything, and as long as Jamie is still wanting to play and can play and everything, you know, keep him around. Even if he is still the captain, and you know, I love all the people that be like, oh, they need to take the captaincy away from him, and he's not captain material because he can't talk on TV. I don't care if he's a mute on TV.
I've said that.
As
I don't
long
want
as
to.
he does what he's supposed to on the ice, that's the only thing that matters to me.
That's right.
You know, he ain't got
Wins over
he ain't
interviews.
got to be my friend. He don't have to talk to me if I see him and and I'm wanting an autograph or something. He don't have to say a word. Long as he does what he's supposed to on the ice, that's all I care about.
That's right. That's where it matters.
Yep. That's what he's paid to do.
Yep.
Paid to win hockey games. He's paid to hit people. So
And that's where I've kind of went about him because of the fact that, he slowed down on the hits, or at least he did at one point. I haven't seen him drop the gloves that often anymore. Kind of
no,
miss seeing that. But that's on me. That's not Jamie. That's just, I want to see him get more physical. And, well, he's doing what he can, and they're still winning. So guess
yeah.
what?
Well, and you look at it this way. Okay, say he goes out, gets into a scrum with somebody, breaks his hand, breaks a finger, or or whatever. Then
Then
he's
you
out
lost him.
for 8, 10, 12 weeks. Then you
Yeah.
got to find somebody to replace him. You know.
And you're not, because he brings his own set of value
Yeah.
and skills that nobody else can bring. So
It's just like the hit with McNabb. He made sure that he did it clean, and and he got a big chunk of McNabb. And I can guarantee that McNabb's not going to go and try to take liberties with with smaller players again. You know, but he didn't go and immediately drop the gloves and start fighting him. Just
nope.
because he hit Stank. And that's where these players have got to be. They got to be smarter. Now maybe in the regular season, maybe he would have done that. But as many times as Jamie has scored on a power play, it getting in front of the net and tipping one in, that's what I want. I could care less if he fights.
True. What are
I
you
would I
doing?
would rather see the goals.
Yeah. That's what helps the team win. You got to score.
Yep.
Don't risk yourself getting injured. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. So tonight's a big night. We're just a couple hours away. By the time this airs, we're probably already playing. Actually, we will be playing. We'll probably be deep into the game. How are we feeling?
Like I said, I think they're going to pull it off tonight. What the hell?
I hope this show ages well. I really do, because I'm nervous about it. I hope they don't bow up under pressure.
I just did my game picks for Google. You know how you can look at the score and everything.
Yeah.
And Google's got us at 50-50. It's a 50-50 split.
That doesn't help my confidence in the
Nope.
team. That doesn't help.
Even the betting is not all that great.
I just want to see the Stars do what they did the other night, and I'll be happy.
Yep.
Honest
Just win it, be done with it.
Rest up for Colorado.
Yep, Colorado would be the next one up.
Ew.
So let's see. So I found Jake's stats so far for his 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
3 wins, goals against 2.31.
Nice.
So pretty damn good. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the way people make it sounds like he's led in like 7.5.
Yeah.
Compared,
and this was his over the full season. He was at 2.72. So he's he's bringing it down. That's all that matters.
When they play with, or not with, but for each other, that's when things get better too. So, all we should be doing is focusing on cheering them on. Are you going? Or wait, no, it's in Vegas.
It's in Vegas. I think I'd get there a little late.
Yeah, you would.
If it was here, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Oh, really?
Because I would already be in the arena.
Oh, yeah, you would, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Wouldn't you? It's like, what, 23 minutes away this game?
Yeah, it's supposed to start at 9:00, but it's still 0-0 in Nashville.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow, we got some hockey tonight.
Vancouver needs to close this one out.
I bet they don't.
Let's see. They would be in Nashville. Yeah, they're in Nashville tonight. Because game 7 will go back to Vancouver.
Oh.
So.
Ooh. Yikes.
Hey, at least we don't have that flight.
Yeah,
Dallas to Vancouver or Edmonton or something like that, 2-hour flight versus 4 hours after a game.
I'd be wanting to cry. Yikes.
So,
All right. Well, I mean, obviously, all they have to do is do what they did last game to come out victorious.
yeah. Like I
And
said, just stay out of the penalty box.
yeah,
That's my biggest deal for them is stay out of the box. Or if they don't stay out of the box, clear freaking Mark Stone out from in front of the net.
just, just wipe them out as soon as y'all
Just wipe him
go
out.
over
Take his spleen out again. I don't care. I hate him in front of the net.
the.
He was the way Pavs used to be for us when he would play with San Jose. It's
Uh-huh.
like clear him out, get him away from in front of the net, because every single time he would get a tip in on us, you know, and that's how Stone has. He's gotten 2 tip ins, you know.
Mr. LTIR himself.
Yep. So
Yikes.
it's like if I ever go back out there again, I'm going to make a sign. How's your spleen? Did the Pope bless it so it doesn't get broken again?
Oh my gosh. I hope you have him sign it too. That would be so funny.
Um,
Put that sucker on eBay.
yeah, no kidding. Here, Mark Stone signed his spleen. You know.
Have the operation character with his face on it.
Yeah.
That would be so sick. Oh my. Wow. Yeah, this show just got gnarly. What you think we're about ready to end it or
Yeah, we can end it and then go sit and watch TV for a little bit. And it's on
yeah, that'd
TNT
be fun.
tonight, so we'll have to.
Is it on TNT? No Valley?
It doesn't say anything about Valley,
Oh, hey, I might actually get to watch a full game. Wow.
so
Wow. And it won't freeze because never mind. I don't want to end up getting sued. I don't want to get sued.
that's
No.
that's the only thing I don't like is that when it goes to ESPN or ABC or whatever is like then I have to listen to their announcers, and it's kind of annoying.
See, that's the beauty about having the dream of being a play-by-play announcer. Just mute it and do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's like the other day when we went up for practice. It never happened. Uh,
Sorry.
when Scott came out and he came over and talked to us for a minute, I was like, "So, are you getting tired of talking to Leah Hextall that's standing there right there in your ear?" And he's like, "I try to ignore her."
He said that.
He's like, "I'm watching the game and she's over here just talking away, to the people in the booth." And he's like, "I'm trying to ignore her." So,
Oh my god! I can't believe he actually said that.
yeah, he's
That is
he's
awesome.
actually pretty funny. So, I know.
Yeah.
I think his contract is up this year. I hope they bring him back because he played good this year. So,
Yeah, he has. I mean, then again, if you let him go, who are you going to put in front or in that place?
yeah,
Much as I hate to say it, Matt Murray's still unproven.
yeah,
He's got one game under his belt, if memory serves me correct. Just one.
yeah.
That doesn't mean you're going to be a Vezina finalist by any stretch.
Oh no, no. And the
So,
picture I just sent you, I did not make that. So somebody
you
else
didn't.
made it.
What did you say?
Oh,
That is sick.
yeah, that's pretty sick. Somebody made it on AI. So
That's awesome. I'm going to steal that too. I don't know if I should have said that on the podcast.
it's I'll give you photo credit for it of Brian Holtz is who made that.
Okay, there you go. That's better. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, there's been some people coming up with some really cool AI generated stuff. Then I don't know how to do any of that, so it's pretty cool.
Hey, before we go, I just had this aha moment. The Phenomenator thing.
Oh,
What's your thoughts on that? Because I have a follow-up question too.
That is such a weird commercial. I like
I
it,
think.
but it's kind of odd.
Do you remember the old Mighty Ducks cartoon?
Yes.
I think they should turn Phenomenator into a cartoon.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
That would be sick. People like my great nephew Oliver would be growing up with it.
Yeah.
That would be so sick. It's what can I say about it besides weird or stupid? It's quirky. Quirky, that's the
Yeah.
word. But it has potential to be something cool. Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, they need to make a mascot of Otter.
You mean like Ringo and Vic?
Yeah.
Victor E. Oh boy. What would you do though? Would you put him in like full goalie gear?
Oh no, just regular. Just a big otter. You know.
I hope to God that this somehow finds his ears. I doubt it, but maybe somebody loves me enough to give it to him. Hey, Jake, make it happen.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Or hey, Stars people, make it happen. I'd put him in goalie gear though. That'd be so sick too.
Oh yeah. So.
All
All right,
right.
man.
Well,
Well, we can wrap it
you're.
up. I'm gonna go watch the tail end of the Nashville game. Hopefully, somebody freaking scores.
Oh, if they don't, that puts us in
Oh,
overrun, doesn't it?
Vancouver scored with 1 minute to go.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
What
I
period?
just checked the score. There's 1 minute left, which means there's probably about 20 seconds left because Yahoo updates so slow. So
see, and you make fun of me for my slow posting. What if it's just my internet?
I don't know. Oh, and it's funny, the guy that scored, his last name is Suter.
Uh-oh. Is
There's
that an omen?
there's no relation, but
Still, what if that's an omen?
well, I mean, remember how everybody used to give Klinger so much crap? But
Yeah.
Klinger's also the one that sent us through the next round, against Nashville that one year. And it's like
Yeah.
he's the one that got us to the next round. Why are you griping?
See, I wouldn't even crapped on Gurianov.
Oh no, I won't crap on any of them.
No,
I mean,
like
if Nils went out there and got us the game-winning goal, I wouldn't crap on him. He'd get it in
Mr.
his 3 minutes of playtime, and he gets the game-winning goal. I don't
That's
think
exactly.
I don't think he's played in the third period in this entire series.
No.
See, there's you a job for tonight. Watch to see if Nils plays after the second period, or into the second, or into the third.
Okay.
I'll watch for it and see if I can catch it.
Challenge accepted. I'll do the same.
So,
All right, man. Well, you think maybe you'll get a chance to jump on here next week?
oh yeah,
Yeah. Sweet.
more than likely. We'll see what the work schedule is. I should know tonight, but and then in between games, yeah, as long as we can pull it off tonight. So
We can do a recap show of tonight's game too.
Yep.
But that would have to be like Sunday, I think. So
Okay, we'll see what happens.
yeah.
So,
Thanks for jumping on here, man. I really appreciate your time.
not a problem. All right, man. Well, we will see you next week. Hopefully, we're on to the second round.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, there's no game 7.
Oh, please, God, no game 7.
Give me my Sunday off, and even though God says that we can play on Sunday, so you don't want to watch. You don't want to watch football.
Nah, he's a hockey guy.
Especially XFL, USFL, UL, whatever football league there is now.
Hey, the UFL is kind of cool though. It really is.
Is the Rock playing?
No, but he stays here. because it's headquartered here.
Oh, is it?
There's that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
the old Rangers ballpark right around that area
Yeah.
is where it's headquartered.
Oh, okay.
So, the Rock's around here quite a bit, supposedly. I don't know, so don't quote me.
Okay.
But
I don't like him anyway, so.
you don't like The Rock?
Nah.
What?
Nah.
Wow. All right.
He's kind of turned into a Hollywood pansy, so,
Something you wouldn't see The Undertaker do.
Nope. Kind of liked how Undertaker showed up at WrestleMania and chokeslammed his big butt. So,
I'm glad you didn't say what you were going to say.
all right. Well, the Vancouver game is final. Vancouver moves on. Now it's going to be the Battle of BC and Alberta between Edmonton and Vancouver.
And then Colorado plays when? Are
Are
they waiting on us?
They're waiting on us.
Oh.
So it could be as early as maybe Monday. I don't know when the other brackets are going to start because I think they're all waiting on Boston and Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Because whoever wins between Boston and Toronto get the Panthers. Rangers and Hurricanes are already set.
Oh gosh.
That's going to be a good series.
Go Rangers.
So I like the Hurricanes on that one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rangers goalie scares the crap out of me.
He does.
Igor's good.
Yes, he really is.
So I think I would rather face Hurricanes guy if we make it that far.
Storm surge.
So
all right.
There's a lot of Russians in the goalies in the nets. I mean, Florida's got a Russian goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Rangers Russian goalie. Avalanche a Russian goalie. Jeez. I think Jake's the lone American because I don't know where Rantanen and Anderson are from.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I don't know either. Yike!
Let's see if it says where he's from. Carolina. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Goaltender. Oh, no. Carolina does have a Russian goalie.
Who's their goalie? Oh, isn't it? No, that's not him.
Let's see. Anderson is from Denmark.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I don't even know how to say this kid's last name. So, but yeah, he's from Russia. So yeah, there's a lot of Russian goalies in the damn playoffs this year.
And you got a grand total one American.
One American and back up with Wedgwood from Ontario with the rest of the Ontario boys.
We're talking goalies, mind you, not American players overall, because Austin Matthews.
Yep.
Which is debatable because he's from Arizona. Never mind.
So, all right, man.
All right.
Well, the game's going to start on time, so I'm going to let you go. Go get your TV set up. And
yes, sir. Get comfortable.
Yeah, I'm going to send my dog outside so I can scream at the TV.
Is your dog getting nervous?
Oh, she hates when I yell at the TV.
Uh-oh.
So,
all right.
I am not vocal at the arena, but I am very vocal at home. I'll remind them that they need to shoot, just in case they forget,
So you're sitting in your chair on your couch and you're going, shoot it.
Yep.
I love
and most of the time I'm sitting on the edge of the couch watching it. So any other game, I'm sitting there playing my phone, just listening to the game and look up and if something happens. But so all right, man.
No,
Well, we will see you on Sunday. We'll recap it. Hopefully, we don't have a game. So
yeah, and like I said, this is gonna be knee deep in hockey by the time this airs.
oh
So
yeah.
go Stars!
All right, go Stars, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Check you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.